Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new painting tutorial, and this time I'm going to paint this Sylvaneth that is from Warhammer Underworlds. She is the main mage or the main sorcerer of the warband, the leader and the sorcerer. So we are going to paint the Sylvaneth together with the base. So let's start with the base, and from after that we will go on the miniature itself. I will use some what's called this contrast paints to do the base, and I will start using the military green. Okay, we can use any green, and as you can see I primed the miniature in white. Okay, so the miniature is primed in white, not very thick. Okay, this is why you see the green under, and especially the base I didn't go very thick. So we are going to apply this contrast paint in all the parts where I want to have green, where I see that there is moss trying to leave the rocks and the stones and especially the wood without painting. Okay, so we are going to apply this on all these parts that are looking more like moss or some type of plants, something like that. Okay, the ones that have this type of texture. If there is leaves, I will not care at this moment. We are going to pick up the leaves later on in the process. Okay, but I try to avoid to go on the stones and on the wood. Okay, we have here, this wood here. Okay, so I do the rest and I'm back. So once the green has dried, now I'm going to apply contrast snake bite leather on the parts that are the woods. Okay, or these branches or what. Okay, we have roots. I think these represent roots. Okay, you see that this color it's very nice for this type of wood. Be careful not to pull, not to dirten the green part. Okay, and you have to do that once the green is completely dry. If not, the paints will mix each other. Okay, so I apply that and I'm back once it is done. Okay, this is how it looks like after having applied this like big leather. Now I'm going to apply agarose, so contrast agarose dunes to do the rocks and the stones that are being here. Okay, so we're going to apply this and try not to go into the green, and this will give also a quite nice alternative color for these rocks. Okay, it's a little bit sandy, but rocks can be also this tonality. Okay, so this is all of them, and again we will need to wait that this dries because I want to work on the. We will start working on the miniature. We have the leaves that we need to do after. Okay, we have the leaves here and there. So we want to do the leaf once the agarose dunes have dried. So here you have. Now I wait that this dries and I come for the next step. So last thing I'm going to do on the base before moving to the main body is to do. There are some small leaves here. Okay, so we are going to pick up some leaves with a brighter green to make them contrast, and some with a off yellow or brown color, so we can use, for example, valor brown. Okay, that way we have some leaves that are like just fallen from the tree, and some leaves that are completely have been there for a while. Okay, so we can put like that. For example, the one that is here at the bottom, I go with the brown color, and then I go with the green on top. You can make some leaves that have a mixture of both, so it's changing. Okay, so you pick up There are several. If you miss some, it's not going to be the end of the world, right? So we have some here. I will do this one green, especially the ones I have not went over with the paint. So we can. Okay. Do this brown. Here. So there, this is one that have the most leaves, I think, on the. This one that is quite hidden. Okay. And I think I have picked up all of them. No, here we have a couple. You can see that I did not even clean the brush, so I have a mixture of colors on this. I wait that this dries, so next step I'm going to start working on the miniature itself. So I will do this tutorial using contrast as I have done for all the, but this body, okay, so just for you, this is how the other looks like, okay. So here we have, just to have a couple of looks, but these ones have like wood legs. This one have more like a, we'll say Eevee or spiky Eevee legs. So I will go for a green color, and I will use I will use in that case I think I will use the Quit Camo color. Okay, so let's see how this looks like. And then from there we are going to highlight. So this is I like to use contrast because it's showing me where I should highlight later on. Okay, I like this one. It's quite a dark green. Okay, so we are going to apply this. This will contrast with, because I need darker green here because I will have the body, as you can see, I do it with a very bright green. So I want something that is contrasting. Okay, so I'm going to apply this on all these Eevee legs. Okay. I'm not fan of a super heavy coat of this. I try to really play with it and spread it nicely, so I don't have too much paint accumulating in any point, but at the same time I benefit that is creating this pre-shading that is very useful. As well, this is what's priming white, so it's not the primer that normally Games Workshop it's suggesting for this for the contrast paints, but I find anyway, based on the experience of my previous works, that it works quite well. Okay, I see that here there is like more thicker part. Maybe that later on we can do some shading in browns to give some contrast. So I will do the back, you know, these things that is. Okay, so I will do it up to here. I will not do these things that are crossing up. Okay, maybe we can go for a browner color. So I keep doing that. You can see that it's giving a very nice shading already. These shapes that are very organic with a very nice, how it's called this, a very nice texture. From the sculpt have a lot of texture. The contrast paints will give you a very fast and quite good result without too much work. Later on we will need to work better, but okay. So let's do that. I will finalize to put this green and I come back once it's done. So this is how the miniature looks like once we have applied the green, and now I'm going to apply Wraith Flame on the part that is more the human type of body. Okay. Again, I will try to apply it carefully without going to the touching the hair. Okay, and to be fair, the head Wraith Flame works exactly the same as a contrast paint. Okay, Now that was put out some time ago, about a year ago, when they launched the 9 count, but the way of working is very similar to the head wraith. Okay, so I'm going to put this thing like that, the skin. Okay, so I finalize the work on the skin. We want to do as well here between the ivy and here under the neck. Okay, so I do that, and then we wait that this dries. So I finalize that, I wait that this dries, and I'm back for the next step. So while the green skin is drying, we can do this small thing here, and I will apply nihilite oxide. Nihilite oxide is also a color that works very similar to a contrast, okay? And we are going to give him a ghostly look, right, with this color. So we will see that we will need to highlight later on and have. You can see that the contrast is not that high with the nihilite oxide, but yeah, you need to really increase the. Here I forgot a spike, you can see. So of course we will need to do some later highlights and increase details. Okay, so we print this with this color, and then I will wait that these two, the green and this blue, is drying before doing the next step. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is to lock all the main colors that I want to use, and from there we are going to start building on what highlights and effects we need to do. Okay, so we know that this dries, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next I'm going to use the contrast Magos Purple. Okay, and we are going to apply this on the hair. And this is the color we have applied on the hair on all the other guys, and we are going to apply it here as well. Okay, we'll give this inkish purplish color, but I'm looking for the hair of these people. I know that most of the people will do the hair the same color as the skin. I like to give this touch. Okay, so we are going to apply it just nicely and spread it. This just will help us to see all the details. So the contrast paints are also finding that they are wonderful to show you where is all the detail, what is the scope looks like, and to do appreciating, right? But then you will need to. I'm finding that you have to finalize the work if you want something nicer, right? But sometimes, and for some situations, can be good enough. So here you want to avoid this accumulation here, so you remove it. Okay, here I have too much paint on my brush. I want to remove a little bit, and then she's wearing like a small crow. I go over the crow because it's going to be easier for me. When you do the purple, be sure that the green is completely dry. If not, we'll start mixing the two colors. This is the main drawback for me from the contrast paints, is that you have really to wait that the previous layers have dried completely if you're going to paint next to that layer, because if not, they will mix and then they will create a very strange effect. Okay, I just put my mistake a little bit there. Okay, removed. Let's go right you can see that the hair is already looking quite nice with just this layer of purple. Okay, I will remove a little bit the excess here. It's like the screamer is pink. The other thing is you have to be careful is not to miss any spot. Okay. Good. And as this is not next to it, I will do as well the back things. I will use agarus dunes. We are going to paint the staff and the back ornament. Okay. And for the staff, I leave the leaves without painting. I do the rest. Okay, and then here. We have this nice light wood color. Now I do this part at the back. Okay, so I finalize this part at the back and I will let it dry. Okay, this is how it's looking like now that all the previous layers have dried. And now I'm going to use Retributor Armor to do some of the part I want to look like gold. Okay, maybe these guys are not wearing too much gold. Well, I want to make the crow in this gold. Okay, will give a nice contrast. Okay, I feel at the end I did these ornaments, and then I will do on the staff just the bottom. Okay, just this part on this gold color. Let's see, put it here. And I finish the crow. See, I realize now that I miss a little bit of the pink there, but it's not a problem. Put it here at the back. Part is a little bit tricky. Okay. And I was missing the. She's wearing like a bracelet. So I will do this as well. So I do the bracelet and I'm back to save time. Okay, next I will use military green. Okay, the contrast to the leaves on the stuff. Okay, we touch leaf by leaf. Okay, to the other side. Right, and we can start working now on the highlights, okay, even on the shading. So we will start first working on the face. So I want to fix the face first and then we go to the rest. So to do the face, I will start with the eyes. And here we can do two things. So we can make the eyes like glowing, or we make the normal eyes. So first, even if we go glowing or not, I'm going to take a very dark green. For example, this one. It's almost black. Okay, and we're going to apply this in the eyes. Okay, apply it in. Here as well. Okay. Now we can apply white or even a yellow. I want to make them glowing at the end, so I will apply white first and see how it looks like. I need to clean up a little bit because it went off. But the nose by mistake. Okay, too big. So we will apply now again the Incubi green. Okay, and now I'm going to use the Gauss Blaster green to clean up. So I put the nose. We'll go on top of the eyes. Here we'll go below. And then we see that one eye is well done, so we will need to repeat it. Go here. The lid. Okay. I'm going to redo the eye. That is not looking well, and I'm back. Okay, next, okay, I have cleaned up the eyes and did some highlights. I will do the same on the arms so you can see what I'm doing. So with Gauss Blaster Green, we just apply some highlights in the parts where we want the skin to pop up. This lady has a lot of like tribal tattoos or marks, so I will try to accentuate them by applying this Gauss Blaster Green. Okay, you can see I'm trying to go around so these markings are more visible, are popping up. Okay, now on the hand we are going to apply the fingers. And if we make a mistake, I have the X-Wraith here ready, so I can go back with X-Wraith and add a little bit more if it's needed. Okay. So it's as important to know how to paint as it is also very important to know how to repair mistakes, because you are going to do mistakes. Okay, so I keep working on that. Okay, here. I almost went on top of the marking. Sorry if I cannot show you good nicely, but there are some parts that are difficult. I have a little bit of difficult access. Okay, I keep working on that. And okay, so we'll keep doing the highlights and I'm back once this is done. Okay, next step after doing the skin, we are going to work on the highlights on the all the type of vegetal thing, and I'm going to use Lorraine Blue. Okay, so we are going to start with Lorraine Blue, sorry, Lorraine Forest. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, and we are going to do the first level of highlights. Okay, although we have used a contrast paint, we should now do some additional highlights. Okay, and at the same time I will have another green that is Elysian green, is more yellowish. Okay, and it helps to give contrast and to give more volume and give more I will say make it more interesting, right? So we apply first here for example the Elysian green, and now with the forest we go and we help to melt the colors, and we apply the Elysian green mainly where we have leaves, spikes, in some areas where we want to make it look bright parts, so just to break the uniformity of colors. Let me see if I can put better light here. Okay, so I keep working on that. Go here with Lauren green. Okay. Now I take Elysian, I add a little bit here. Especially on these finishings, like this one here, we go with Lauren green first, and then we finish it with Elysian green. Okay, we can do the same at the top. So the top we wanted to go with Elysian green directly, and we apply from top to bottom, and we let the paint to fade off naturally. Okay, so we go like that. Paint here. This one is going to be difficult because of the excess. Okay, and we keep doing that. And it's just working with Elysian green and Lauren green to have the nice, as you know, Lauren green mix a little bit with Elysian. Okay, and then the Elysian at the end. You want to keep the Elysian at the end of these leaves. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's do a little bit more here. At the bottom we are going to put Elysian here, and then the Lauren green to turn. We're going to use this thing here with Elysian to put Lauren green around, and then with Elysian we can do the spikes, for example. This is spike that I put too much Elysian. I go back with Lauren green and I put it like that, so to help to make it less evident. Here we have another one finishing, and then we go with, you see, the all the time is going to be the same, giving, trying to break, the objective here is to break the uniformity of all this green area and add highlights and color transitions to make the green look more liveful and more interesting. Okay, so I will keep doing that. This part here we are going to do something different. We are going to do a wash of brown. Okay, so I will not work the main body. We are going to keep the green look, but we are going to apply agate air shade to do a shading of brown. Okay. Okay, so we do like that, and I keep doing. So I keep doing that for the rest of the green part, and I'm back once it's done. Okay, so this has been highlighted, and now I'm going to do a couple of things. First, I will use the Gilliman's blue, okay, to do a glaze on this back that is there. Okay, this type of These guys they like to have some pets around, and I will give a glaze with this blue to pop up the different details this thing has. Don't forget to do all around, try to make a uniform layer. We'll remove the excess from here. Okay, and that's the front. Just checking that we don't miss any spot. Okay. And I'm going to use no Agvax air shade. Use Agvax air shade on the main part of the body, okay, to give a brown shading on the. We'll use so it's going to be mainly in this part here where we have, and I will go with Agvax air shade to give a darker shading. Okay, we go down to where the branches or the things are growing, the stems are growing. Okay, and just to make this part a little bit darker. Okay, but I will not go for to give to brown. I prefer to keep it greenish. Okay, with this brown or dark shade. Okay, I know that Games Workshop did this part brown, but I think I like it more with different tonalities of green. Sorry for that. Okay. I will now work a little bit on the hair as well. I will take, to do the hair, full green pink. Okay, a very light pink. And we are going to use as well white. Okay, that case is white scar. And what we do, take a very detailed brush. Okay, here you have to be quite patient and precise. Okay, so I'm going to take first with the pink, hair by hair. Oh, the stuff is. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Okay, and now I'm going to use white, and I'm going to use something like that here. Okay, like that. Okay, we do it on the other side. Like that. Okay. And now we do the rest of the hairs. Or it's the same hair, but the other side. Okay. The part that is flowing in the air. So as I try to go with very carefully and try to pinpoint some of the hairs. Make them look brighter. So put a little one here. And we there. Do this one there. And we take again white and we add some additional highlights with white. Okay, doing this side, I will do the back later on, and I will share with what is going to be done in the same way. Okay, so we keep doing that on all the hair, and I will be back once it's done. Okay, next, you see how the hair looks like once I have done here at the back. Next, I'm going to work on this back here. So I'm going to use first Bahar blue, and I'm going to add some highlights. Okay. So we are going to take and add it on some of the parts. Okay, we add the highlights. I will not do the teeth. So we do the segmented armor, or segmented, sorry, exoskeleton. We do here at the back. And I think I will also do, I was thinking to do the nails in black, so I will keep, but to be fair, I think I will do the nails also in blue, like giving this ghostly look. We're going to put it here. Okay, we do this part. Okay. Here we are. Perfect. No, I'm going to use a little bit of white. Okay, we are going to do these fangs here. I will add it as well on the nails. And then I will mix a little bit with blue. And we add some additional highlights in some parts. Example here. Okay, I do more or less a 50-50 mix. Okay, and we do as well here at the back. Just to give a little bit of ghostly look. Okay, I think that's enough for this guy. We need to do the eyes, and the eyes I wanted to make them black. Okay, I'm going to use directly Chaos Black. Here it is. Nice. I'm going to do down the gem there, and I will do it in purplish colors. So I'm going to use first Screaming Pink. Too thick. Okay, here. And here. I'm going to use Narrow Night on the top. Here. And there. No, I will use fulgrim the bottom part. Okay, we do the same on the other side. Okay, I went. Okay. Now we are going to will a little bit of Screaming Pink because I put too much Narrow Night there, something like that. And now we go with white and we do a dot in the dark area. So take white. And we will just dot there. And here is okay, here the dot is too big. Okay, so what I will do is I will come again with Never Night. And I do it smaller. Okay, seems that they will not able to do it. Let's go back with Never Night. This should be okay. What we are going to do now is clean up around, because we have went out of the gem. Okay, so I suggest that you take Agarth Air Shade and you put it around it. That will give a darker frame to the gem, will increase the definition, and will make the gem to pop up more. Okay. Okay. While this is drying, I'm going to make pop up a little bit these leaves. So I'm going to use Skarsnik green. And I'm going to do some highlights just to make the leaves brighter. That will help to make them be more visible, like that. We do it on the other side as well. And you only need to touch one of the sides of the leaf to give this effect. Okay, something like that. Okay. Let's go to the next step. See, I'm missing some leaf, I think. Let's see. I'm going to use now, going to go for, here is where I don't have a clear color to use, so I will use some Easy Desert. It's a little bit, I think I will use more, it's a mixture most likely. Then we'll start applying Ungor Flesh. We are going to add some additional highlights on this part. I think it's going to be too creamy, so I'm going to test how it looks like. I think it's going to work. I'll give this creamy color. I will want to add some additional highlights on that. Want to leave this quite light. it here on this moon. We add this part. Okay. And on the other wood, I'm going to clean up with some messy desert. It's going to be more yellowish. Then that way we have different tones for these woody things. And I'm going to do this middle part with the same pink technique I used for the other gem. Okay. Okay. So we put it here. What I'm going to do now, very carefully, we will change to a bad brush, okay, using an old damaged brush. I'm going to do a very gentle dye brushing on this part. This will help to pop up the detail in an easy way. Here is good enough, so just where I think we need some additional attention. A little heavier. Okay, we got that here. Okay. Good. Good here. I will do the gem here like I did the other one off camera, and I show you the next step. At this stage I will consider the miniature done. Okay, so you can see how it looks like. I wanted to leave all this ivy or plants in green. Okay, and I think it looks quite nice. So it will look different than the rest of the work one, but I think it's nice to do it. Because then you have it looks different, but at the same time coherent, right? Because we have the green, the pink, and also the green skin. I wanted to go for the stuff on wood colors, and the only thing I'm realizing now that I'm missing here, okay, the gold have, I removed a little bit with my finger. I'm going to apply a wash of reglan flesh shade. I almost missed this part, so it's almost good to make a second look to the miniatures, look around, and sometimes you find something that you have missed. So I'm going to apply this here, and now, yeah, now it's looking better. Okay, so this is all. This is the tutorial for this miniature. I think it looks nice. It's a nice miniature to paint, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. So as usual, I want to thank you for watching this video. Please give a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I do tutorials almost every week or every 2 weeks. At least I do a weekly painting every week. So you will find tutorials in this channel. There is a lot of tutorials and more tutorials that will come. Yeah, and comment below. Let me know what do you think. As I said, thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.